So I made a 4-switch mount, so you can obviously mount 4 switches. Got the bracket in the back, can mount up to 10 millimeters thick of a flat plate, and as thin as 1.2 millimeters. So it easily fits something that's like a 1.5 sheet or 0.63 in Freedom units. I've been selling some pods like this for a while, and I wanted to make something that could fit in here since there's only a few shallow gauges, but also actually mount securely since this relies on a friction fit. There's also a blank delete, but if you have one of these older pods that I used to make, or that's starting to get more common with all the 3D printing, and they don't have mounting back there, there's actually a second zip tie bracket that comes with it to hold them in. So you got your blank with a hole for a cord to come out of it, 4-switch, and then a 2-switch with one of these keystone jack inserts or a dual keystone jack insert. So I mean, you could run the USBs, or if you want to put a phone in your car, you could do that too. These blanks also work with that notch, so you could stick on a phone mount right there to your gauge pod and then run the charger up through it, or if you have a different tuner like an access port or an air ride controller or something. Then we've also got blank, and then these switches, because there's not space here, they can also be mounted at a 45, unless you can mount it straight, horizontal, vertical, whatever, like that. I don't have that bolted in, but for the 4-switch version, there's 4 different positions, 4 different angles that you could put them in there at. That way, depending on your mounting situation, it can still bolt in. Between the 5 different mounting options and 3 textures, that gives you 15 variations that you can choose from. So these keystone jacks, pretty common, just a wall plate. I went in and made my own test piece so that it sits flush, snug in there, doesn't come out. They're pretty solid, as you can see. So this way you could run to like a data logger, ECU, charge your phone, some other display. This makes quick access right through a gauge pod that you might not already be using one of the holes in.